look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Courtney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Scanning the field, it's Morris. And the sack all the way back at the 5. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's reeled in. It's Ross. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long, no big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Right, he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give is to Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Morris. Here comes the heat. Might be looking to run. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And It doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. You got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And when it's 3rd and this long, a lot of times you sit back, play soft coverage. No, sir. I'm bringing the blitz. You can tell they fool the offense. The defense gets home with the blitz, gets the big sack.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand in Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Balls it in.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Great job by the pass rush up front. Third and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their defense.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Cavaliers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. feel tight game here late in the first half. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They send the tight end in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. There he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Coming out with it, it's Courtney. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Morris. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Here's a heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They're dealing with a second and long. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Snagged in the middle. It's McCulley. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time. got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snags it! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap in the shotgun. Into the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Dances away. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Cavaliers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The hand to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Starts to scramble to the left. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? They'll try to run for it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to him. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that first down mark.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Bring in the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run the screen. Thrust that arm out. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. throw, it's Morris. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4.
He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Off play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Out of the gun, the inside give. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And once you get in the second half of a tie football game, you cannot waste these opportunities. You got to put points on the board. You got to take care of the football when you start to get in the red zone.
Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The screen, he's got wheels. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Here comes the offense on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. It's Underwood. Got his man on the right.
Man, is that good situational football. Understanding what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to their speedster. I got to come up. I got to get him on the ground. Nice execution by this defense, and they're going to need more of it. Late in the football game, who's going to win this battle?
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Haynes. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
They'll move the tight end. They'll try to bully their way for the first. At midfield, he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They're rushing to the line, already in position for the potential game winner. Got to spike it and stop the clock. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Tight end finds a soft spot. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Ennis. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.